In this video, I'm going to show you how to automate display setup for your application operations using Work Planner. Planning your operations in the Work Planner tool in Operations Center web or mobile greatly simplifies the setup experience in the cab and ensures you're able to keep accurate spraying records. By planning the details ahead, you can ensure that the right product is being applied at the right rate, the right time, and to the right field. To start, click the Plan tab in Operations Center web and select Work Planner from the drop-down list. Select the year of the season you're planning for, and then the type of operation. In this example, we will select 2022 and then Application. To plan new work, press the Plan Application button in the top right corner of the screen, and you will start the planning workflow. The first step is to select the fields that the work is being planned for, which you can do from a map view or a table view. In the table view, you can easily see the most recent crop type and variety for each field, along with the most recent product applied. While planning, you can filter your field list by crop type and variety, or by what fields were seeded or not. Here we will filter for all fields sown with wheat in the 2022 season. Back in the map view, you can visually review each field that you selected to plan work for, and can also select or deselect fields from the map view. Once you've selected the fields, select Next at the bottom right to enter the work details. In this section, we start by defining the product or tank mix and at what rate they will be applied. Previously added products and tank mixes are visible in the list automatically. If you haven't created the desired product or tank mix in your operation before, you can select Add a product or tank mix. You can select the Preview button for a chosen tank mix to see more details on the individual product and carrier rates. The overall solution rate for the fields is then defined, and if a tank mix was selected, this rate will default to what was chosen when the mix was created. This sets the rate for all fields selected, but rates can also be adjusted for individual fields by selecting the drop-down arrow. If you were using a prescription map for your application, they can be selected against each field by choosing the RX drop-down. The prescription map will load, and the rate zones can be previewed here. Next, select the guidance tracks to be used for the operation. The Include All Guidance Tracks checkbox will include all guidance tracks associated with the fields you have chosen previously. Alternatively, you can select and deselect individual tracks for each field by selecting the drop-down arrow. When you select a field, a preview of the guidance lines will be shown within the field, and you can deselect any unwanted lines for this operation. When using multiple lines for a field, you can use the star selection to choose which line is active first in the display. Selecting equipment and operators is next. Choose the machine, implement, and operator that will be carrying out the work. You can add additional machines and operators using the plus button at the bottom. Finally, if applicable, you can assign a work order number and instructions to the planned work. All information provided here will be visible in Field Analyzer when the work is physically completed by the operator. Work instructions will also pop up in the Gen 4 display when the operator enters the field. Machine, implement, operator, work order number, and work instruction fields are all optional when creating a work plan. Click Save to finish planning the work. This will return you to the Work Planner homepage, where the work you have planned is visible. You can now review your entire work plan and adjust and prioritize at any time. Planned work syncs across both mobile and web devices, and if plans change, you can add new work or edit existing work in the Operations Center mobile app through the Plan tab at the bottom of the app. Now we will send the plans to the relevant equipment and operators to execute the work in the field. To do this, select the fields from the list that you would like to deploy work for. Then select the Send to Equipment button at the top right-hand side of the screen. A new window will appear with a list of all machines enabled with JD-Link connectivity that you can send a file to wirelessly. Once you have chosen the relevant equipment for the operation, select Send. The work plan has now been sent, and if you're using a Generation 4 display, the plan is automatically imported, ready for work to begin. You can also send work to equipment from a mobile device. On the Generation 4 display, a notification will appear at the top of the screen informing the operator that a new file has been imported. Now, when the equipment enters the boundary of a field that has work planned against it, the operator is automatically prompted to start that work and will be able to review the planned work details. Operators can also review the entire work list at any time by navigating to the Setup app and then selecting the work list from the bottom of the screen. As work is completed, it automatically drops off the work list on all devices, and a documented record of the completed operation becomes available in Operations Center Web and Mobile. If you're not using a Generation 4 display, work can also be manually completed by navigating to the Plan tab on the mobile app. From here, select the planned work that you'd like to complete, and then select Complete. This creates a completed work record for the chosen fields and operations. Thanks for watching, and be sure to check out our other how-to videos.